Hi everyone, this is Quasar again. Sorry I've been gone for about a week as I've been on break and doing very important and valuable things, usually sleeping. Gonna have a good game today, e.g. going up against Dignitas in the raid call Dota 2 league, so I'll unpause this here. And here we go. Oh my god, it's because the replay speed is way the hell up. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. It's because I was having control issues with bringing up the console. Well, we'll be good now. Both these teams pretty strong. I've seen Dignitas doing really well as of late. EG, they've dropped a couple of games, but they're still doing reasonably well. I want to see... I mean, I think the really big factor here will be the carries that we go for in Owie and Fear, as they're both just extremely good carry players. We've seen Owie with the PL in lots of games just completely dominating, and Fear on classic things like the Lifestealer just totally winning his games. And we see two very regular bans in the Wisp and the Cuddle. Wisp obviously being able to combo up with a lot of heroes and provide pressure all around the map. Keeper able to make a mana pool much more sustainable, as well as split pushing with the recall and the Illuminate just really helping for basically everything. Let's see what they're going to go for here. If I was going to give one team the edge for this, it would be pretty hard, honestly. But just going from looking at recent records, I would give Dignitas a very slight edge. It's a pretty even game, that I would say, and it's kind of cool. Both American teams, so we're going to see a nice U.S. matchup here. Magnus being the next ban here. They took a really lot of time out of their reserve time for that one. Not sure about that, but Magnus obviously really strong with the reverse polarity, just going through BKB, and you can blink and skewer in, and he's very maneuverable, as well as giving the empower to carries, especially before Lifestealer's nerf. They had empowering the Lifestealer was very helpful, but now with the nerf to Rage, it will actually dispel Empower, unfortunately, for EG, as they had gone for that combination before. Taking a lot of time with these bans. I'm gonna ban a Beastmaster. Interesting. They have some... They definitely have an idea about who they're going for here. They want something that can't be focused down too quickly. Maybe something like a Lifesteal or something, because the Roar would go through that Rage. They're both taking a really long time on these picks here. I don't know, it just seems to me like you would have at least a little bit of a plan before you go into this, but maybe they're getting lots of ideas from the rest of their team, Fear and Fogged, and changing their ideas around. We'll see what they go for here. And it's going to be the Nyx, obviously. Seems like one of the few really top tier picks left in the pool here. And yeah, they'll take the Bat and the Gyro in return for that. I think Dignitas got the better end out of this deal. The Bat and the Nyx, reasonably even, even though they perform very different roles, but the Gyrocopter, I would say, is more valuable than both of them. EG elected not to go for it, though. They chose to take the Nyx, so they'll have a more roaming lineup here, with the Vendetta coming out of him. And again, lots of reserve time being taken up by EG. They're not sure about what they want to do against these two picks here. Both heroes, Batrider and the Gyro, very adaptable in what they can do. Can run the Gyro in a lot of roles. And the Batrider can do a lot of things too. He can mid, he can offlane, he can jungle, he can do a lot of things. They'll take the Puck and the Darkseer for this though. Darkseer always a strong hero, as I've said before. And the Puck, sort of a recent popular mid hero. Interesting to see who they're going to go up for on mid. I'm not sure who they would take on this matchup here. Both heroes, to me, seem pretty reasonable against the Batrider. And we'll see what they do. I know they've run Puck a lot in the mid, but Nyx is a classic mid hero, so we'll see what they go for. Nyx also, if they want to go for it, could be possibly a setup for a tri-lane, but with the Darkseer, I'm kind of doubting it. However, they could do something like a Puck mid and a Darkseer in one of the lanes, and then have Nyx plus his support and the carry for the other lane. Sorry about the silence, I'm eating cookies. How can cookies be so good? So we'll have a Bane pick here. Do really well against the Darkseer as well as the Puck, because they're heroes that rely themselves on being very mobile, and Bane can really focus them down with the Nightmare as well as the Fiend's Grip. I'm gonna have a Warlock ban here. Interesting is, this would have seemed completely crazy and just a throwaway ban maybe a week or so ago. But Dignitas has been running the Warlock in the past week to great effect, as he has a pretty reasonable skill set, and the golems are really helpful, providing a stun when they come out. I'm not sure if that goes through BKB. Have to look that up sometime. And of course, if you get the Aghanim's and the Refresher, you can have 4 golems, and they do pretty reasonable damage, as well as having the AoE burn around them, and just reasonable speed. You can really push with that ultimate, as well as do a lot of other things. Fatal Bond's also really fun, just amping up that damage for everyone. Nature's Prophet, so they're fearing a little bit of a global presence here. The heroes on EG, while they're not necessarily global, they are very maneuverable, with the Nyx and the Vendetta, Darkseer and the Surge, and Puck with the Orb. I'll ban out the Lifestealer here, and the Lone Druid. Okay, so I wonder whether one of them's going to ban a PL, because if not, I definitely think EG should pick it up here before we have Dignitas go for it. Darkseer could actually Ion Shell the Nyx. Have a little fun there as he goes into Vendetta. And then the ghost damage starts attacking everyone on Dignitas. Undying, not as popular support anymore, but still pretty strong, especially if it's the right setup with something like a Shadow Demon or a Siren or something. You can really get a lot of zombies out there, and Decay as well as Soul Rip being very good for early game aggression. Now the Chen here scales pretty well into the late game. His skills are always usable, basically, and Milk really loves to run that Chen. I've seen him so many times on Chen. It's probably, I would say it's probably his favorite hero. And let's see, both sides need a carry, I believe, unless Dignitas want to run the gyro as a carry, but I doubt they're going to do that. AG will pick up the Enigma here. They've got some pretty good team fight now, as Darkseer can vacuum wall onto the black hole, and you'll have Puck with that ult on the top of it, as well as some good silence, and Nyx with the stun. One thing I will say, let's check stuns here. Gyro has it from the missile. And the Nightmare's not exactly a silence, but it's definitely a lockdown, and as well as the Fiend's Grip. They have an easy one in the Nyx, as well as this by Carapace. And other than that, all they have is the Malefice on the Enigma, which really isn't that good. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Rubik. So Enigma's definitely gonna either catch Rubik in the black hole, make sure he dies, or be counter black holed. So this is gonna be a little bit fun. Enigma's really gonna want to get that BKB up quickly. Actually, I don't know if Spell Steal goes through BKB. I don't think it does, but because it's not really a damage type ability. I don't think it does. And they're gonna need the carry here. There's no PL banned out. I don't see no reason why they shouldn't pick him. I mean, they do have the gyro, but unless he gets a lot of damage, they'll go for the Weaver here. Weaver becoming a little bit more popular. His invis with the low cooldown makes him just so annoying, and his damage scales very well with the Geminate attack, giving him extra damage. Actually, if you look at EG's lineup, they're all sort of blue themed here. Nyx isn't blue, but his background at least is quite blue. Let's look at their lineup. They have a pretty good team fight here. Weaver can bring down the armor. Oh, they're gonna go for the Void. Well, this blows everything out. Void obviously extremely hard carry. They both have a really strong team fight here. I would say Dignitas definitely has the edge for getting some solo kills, as they'd have stuff like the Bat Rider with the lasso. You have Gyro with the barrage, Bane with just quick and easy damage. Actually, Bane with the Enfeeble can really nerf the damage of Fear on the Weaver. That'll be interesting to see. And it'll be Void going up against Weaver here. Now, I think Void, once he gets his Battle Fury, can farm a lot faster than Weaver, but I would say he's a bit less survivable with the Time Walk on a high cooldown instead of the Invis. What do we have here? Oh, no, that shows bias. I'm not going to do that. Nah, we don't need any announcers. We can go regular style. I'm going to quickly pause this so I can change a couple of settings here. Is it game interface? Yeah, here we go. Oh, obviously that's not exactly right. Let's move it up a little bit. Okay, it doesn't want to do it anymore. Why must life be so difficult? Why? This is what I ask to you, the viewer. Why must life be so difficult? Oh, whatever. We'll do it the old school way. No arrow keys, just the mouse. Oh, now it's working. Big surprise. Okay, so we'll have Universe here on the Bat Rider. We'll have Tides of Time on Bane. We'll have Fogged on the Gyrocopter. This is actually way too sexy here. On the Rubik, and Owie will be on the Void. They may catch out. No, Beat is on the Nyx will back up a little bit after seeing all of them. Fear on Weaver places a sentry ward here to block the easy camp, and then he'll just leave. We'll have a Demon on the Darkseer, just checking things out. Doesn't see the ward planted right here to block their easy camp. Jo will be on the Puck, and we'll have Melk on Enigma. He'll be jungling, you can see, as he has 4 clarities. Interesting. He actually didn't spend all of his starting gold. We'll have Jo on the Puck, mid-roll, going for a fast bottle. Demon, looks like he's going to go for that hard lane with the Stout Shield. Fear will going to go down for the bot lane. Oh, Universe has an invis here, and he's stalking Bdiz, which is funny because it's usually the other way. He'll leave Bdiz alone. They actually blocked this hard camp too, and they blocked the bot lane pull here. So a lot of wards coming out here. These, however, are sentries and will expire a lot quicker than these observers here. Twice as fast, exactly. And let me take up the last hits here. Interestingly, oh, no, Darkseer will be rotating over to the top lane here. But they're leaving about a wave or two here for Owie to free farm. Okay, so they'll actually put Batrider on the bot lane here up against Fear and Bdiz. They'll have Fogged going up against Jo, and Melk will be soloing in the jungle. He'll pop in to say hi from time to time. Demon was... Oh, he successfully got off a pull, it looks like, or... I'm actually not sure who took this pull. He's taking a good amount of damage, but dealing just enough to way too sexy. Oh, he'll actually bring the telekinesis back, and they have the Nightmare. They could actually do this up here. He has the time walk available. He's going to use it. There we go. I was stuttering because I don't know why he didn't get the hit on that. But way too sexy will get the first blood on the Darkseer on the top lane. Looks like they're actually tri-laning here. They'll have Owie on the Faceless Void. They'll have Tides of Time on the Bane, and they'll have way too sexy on the Rubik. Doing a defensive tri-lane here to make sure the Void gets farm, and it'll be easy. It's just up against Darkseer, so he'll be okay with that. May take a little bit of Ion Shell damage, but we'll see. He does get Time Lock first, as he's not really too worried about damage here. Ooh, nice Golden Greevil. Now, one of the reasons they may have not gone for the PL here is because of the fact that they do have the Gyro, who can use the Shrapnel as well as the Rocket Barrage to do a lot of damage to illusions. That's perfectly reasonable. Until the PL gets into late game, his solutions can die pretty quickly. Just checking CS totals here. Let's organize that better. There we go. So it looks like we'll have the Gyro, the Weaver, and the Void sitting at about the same area. Enigma will be a bit lower, but those are jungle creeps, so that's not as much gold. And Puck is doing reasonably well, unfortunately a little bit below the Gyrocopter. And then the supports and semi-supports getting basically nothing here. In fact, literally nothing for Bdiz as well as Tides. Oh, as I say that, Tides gets one. But Bdiz always the selfless support. He already has 1,000 gold here. That's pretty good. We'll see what heroes are going for here. He'll get a smoke in the Soul Ring. He actually smokes himself. Gets a couple of the Eidolons. Not sure what that was about. No, he's not revealed. Regeneration here. He's thinking about it. He was like, should I go and try for this kill or just take the easy regen? But he'll just tell Jo about it. He'll be getting it down there, and he'll be watching Universe here. Universe is actually going to go back. So Melk will just sit here and wait for a kill that's never going to come. He'll realize, yeah. He's like, wait, I thought he was here a second ago. Meanwhile, on mid, Jo taking a reasonable amount of damage from the flak cannon. They like doing this pull here over to the hard camp. We'll fast forward a little bit here. Some lag, apparently. Actually, wait, I have waves. There we go. Looks like they were just having some lag. But this is a replay, so much easier to resolve that issue. Okay, so Milk, instead of going for the gank on the Batrider who left, they just took the easy tower right here. And they're actually going to think about going tier 2, or at least a little bit of a push here. They definitely have the damage to take down this tower, and they actually switch tides down here. He can't really do anything about it. They're going to put a little damage on him. Just make sure that he knows that Weaver's there. And unless they do something about it, they're just going to take a second tower here. Not sure if that's wise. Actually, Bane getting initiated on, but in comes the Void. Chrono's on nothing. Wow. Bane's going to die for that. And Nyx gets the last hit despite Owie trying for the deny. That's really unfortunate, whiffed Chrono, but it happens to the best of us. He's going to actually have the Hand of Midas already. That's pretty good farm for him. You can see him sitting at the top of the board with 36. Fear just goes for the quick Basilius as well as the Wand, unless there's something on the courier here. Yes, he also has a Hand of Midas. And we'll have a Buckler for the Milk, the Enigma. He'll be going for a fast mech. Demon also has a Soul Ring. He looks like he's just gonna just rotate back into the jungle. They'll be giving some farm to Way Too Sexy here so that he can maybe get a couple of levels, get that spell steal up quickly, and who knows, maybe you can get an item. Gyro, he'll already have the Treads bottle as well as the Wraith Band. Doing pretty good farm here, but now that he's not farming, the Void should be getting reasonably far up there, actually, as to say that he's at base. He'll be TPing out to the top lane. Fear doing pretty good on farm, and it's going to be a lot harder for Roche in the upcoming engagements here. Oh, they managed to get a kill on Gyro, and Jo bottling means that he'll be barely able to save this. He did get the spell steal, but he doesn't have... He only got was the phase shift, unfortunately. He wanted to get something out of it. Where did Milk die? Oh, I see. So, Milk came in to initiate. Gyro, I believe, killed him. Oh, no, yeah, no, I got the last end of that. Rubik managed to kill him with the Fade Bolt, but then the Gyro was picked off by the combination they have here. Sorry about that. Yeah, but as I was saying, for bot lane, they'll be having a lot of trouble in the Rosh engagements to come, as they don't have this tower to TP to, and once the mid tower goes down, they're going to have a little bit of a problem. Because the area around here, I wish I could draw on the map, but no. Replay, you can't do that. But this area, the dire mid lane and bot lane tier 1s, very important for controlling the Roshan Pit area in terms of how quickly you can TP there. Radiant, basically, all they have is this mid tower here, and even that's still pretty far away. Fortunately, they have a little bit of a disadvantage there. Some people argue about whether the Dire has an advantage because of the Roshan placement, but it seems pretty even to me. They're going to stack this at least once for the Void once he gets his Battle Fury. He's already got the Ring of Health. And he'll be doing pretty good there. They have a sentry ward here, just to make sure that there were no lane wards here. And they plop down another ward right there. They'll be doing a little bit of damage to the top tower, but they're not going to take this. Meanwhile, we have 3 heroes at mid, maybe thinking about something. Dignitas goes inside the Vendetta. Puck will pop the ult. Fog's going to pop his ult as well, but unfortunately he's going to die for this. Beat is really damaged though. He could die here. Unfortunately, the Spike Carapace means that unfortunately he'll get away. Too bad for Dignitas. They definitely had at least a kill, if not another one on Jo, but some nice kiting as well as the Spike Carapace means that they'll get a free kill on the Gyro. Melk will go back to jungling here. Jo will head towards the bot rune, which is Illusion. And they'll have Fear farming way forward here. I feel like they could get him if they put like a sentry ward down here or something, but they're going to choose not to do it. Fog's going to take a little bit of damage here, and yeah, he'll have to pop the rocket barrage to make sure all of those creeps get away. What did he steal? He got the orb this time, so he can maybe do a little bit of damage to Jo. Well, with the phase shift he won't, but he'll at least have some maneuverability here. Now, Demon with the Ion Shell going on Bane here. Beatus is also invis. Oh, unfortunately, the stun from Beat is too late. They could have definitely gotten AoE if that stun had landed. Now it's going to be a 3v3 engagement here. Actually, to say that, we have more rotation coming in. They're outnumbered once again. Oh, now they aren't, but unfortunately, Demon will go down due to the lasso. Not sure if they needed all of that. He was pretty close up anyway, but he could have surged away. Beatus and Jo will just say, screw it, go with Fear, see if they can get a pick off in the end as they're retreating out. But they're a little bit slow on it, and oh, actually, as I say that, Tides is going to go the wrong way here. Didn't want to be there. Puck will pop the ult, and this will be easy death. Jo picking up that one. Meanwhile, Fog will be farming in the mid lane. He's very unsafe now. He's going to realize that he has problems. Needs to get out of here. He'll be building, looks like the quick BKB. Meanwhile, Melk getting pretty close to that early mech. Jo sitting on a lot of gold. See what he goes for here. Oh, they'll actually get the Gyro here. Not sure how they saw him in the trees. Fear will be picked up and put away. They can't see him with the sentry ward. Sorry about that. Pops the Chrono, and the Spike Carapace being very annoying for that. They'll manage to get him, but not worth it. The Nyx for the Gyro. Batrider gets his early Blink Dagger. That's really good for him. He'll be able to initiate with that lasso. 90-second cooldown just at level 1. So, if they can get the pickoffs, I feel like Dignitas can definitely bring themselves into this game. They're definitely not out of it by any means, but they are a little bit behind here. Let's check levels quickly. The Void is up there, but other than that, they're still actually pretty even. Tides is unfortunately not even 6 yet, but other than that, the teams are pretty even here. We have Smoke up, and they'll lasso onto Beatus again. He has the Spike Carapace on now, but he will die from the Firefly. Puck pop the ult, and now the silence. They should be able to get way too sexy off of this one. Carapace up. Unfortunately, Demon nightmared. They managed to pick off the Bane. Weaver getting that one. Way too sexy will fall. And Gyro will pop the ult on basically nothing here. Weaver's going to leave. They may be able to get a kill on Melk here. Unfortunately, Owie will have to time walk away from that one as he realized there were just too many people for him to deal with. Thought he'd get a solo kill, but not going to happen. Fog sees the Weaver. via the sentry ward here, but he'll just time lapse and leave. Let's check the XP graph here, being basically even here. In fact, exactly even. Gold graph, meanwhile, 5,000 advantage for the Radiant due to the 2 extra kills as well as just farming. Actually, as I say that, Dignitas is actually up on last hits here. Although, oh, I see. It's because the supports from Dignitas very low on farm, while EG is distributing the farm a lot more evenly. And so they'll get a little bit of advantage there. Batrider under the cover of smoke as well as the Bane. They should be able to see this sentry here. Huh, they're not going to go for it though. We'll see some counter warding by someone in a moment. I feel like I was saying, I feel like if Dignitas can get a couple of pickoffs, they definitely have the capability of that. They have the Batrider who can just quickly lasso. Yeah, Jo will take out the sentry ward on the mid. I feel like they can definitely get pickoffs with the lasso and the blink, and with the Chronosphere as well, and with Gyro's rocket barrage, and telekinesis from Rubik. They have a lot of ways of picking people off. But then that teamfight engagement, you have the bugs from Weaver, you have Puck's ult, as well as the silence. Oh, looks like they'll be taking the stack here. That'll be good for Fogged, taking that with the flat cannon. As I said, though, Beatus is going to come in. He'll be caught under the sentry ward. They'll be able to get way too sexy off of this one pretty easily. Stunned again, and he'll be taken out by the Vendetta hit from Beatus. And they're going to take this stack from Dignitas. Nothing they can do about that. That's unfortunate. They've been stacking this a couple of times, and all of that work for basically nothing here. Gyro will pop the ult, but they all managed to move out of the way here. Beatus should be dead for this. Unfortunately, Tides and Owie caught under the Puck ult again. They may be able to get Jo out of this one, but I'm not sure. And the black hole from Milk perfectly set up here. The Flame Break from Universe manages to end that, and the Chronosphere goes off on them, but they're dead. So in the end, 3-for-0 trade, getting the Gyro, the Bane, and the Void. Very good. EG looking like they're up on this game. What is... I don't even know. In the meantime, Weaver gets a kill on the Batrider, who shot a very long flame break. Not sure whether that was a bug or what. It was very odd. EG definitely has the advantage in teamfight, as we've seen over these last couple of fights. Puck now with the blink. Very easy to set up the ult now, only on a 85-second cooldown. Weaver doing pretty well here. Looks like he's almost got that Lincoln Sphere up. With that, he'll be pretty well set. Won't be able to be initiated on barely at all. Darkseer will just be going for the nice Vanguard, just to make him a little more tanky. And they'll be finishing off this ancient camp once again. Meanwhile, Dignitas grouped up in their own jungle, just not exactly feeling safe, as last time they were just simply farming. It was down here, and we saw how that went with the 3-for-0 trade. Owie doing pretty well, despite the death. Pretty close to the Battle Fury. Just needs about 200 more gold for that, so he'll have that in a second. Kind of a late Battle Fury, but he did go for the treads first. Meanwhile, they're all grouped up down here. EG thinking about something. They're just checking this camp again, but not gonna happen. Meanwhile, we have 4 heroes up on the top lane. Dignitas wants to take out this top tier 1, and it looks like we're gonna do it. No contest from EG. I'll just be pushing out, doing a little bit of farming in the jungle here. Actually, they're not going to take this. I guess they're going to wait for more creeps, and then they'll go... No, as I say that, they're backing out. They don't want any part of it. Void will finish the Battle Fury in just a second. Beat is probably going to Vendetta here and look for a kill. Oh no, he'll just pop a ward and be perfectly fine. He got the urn as well. Almost seen by that observer, but not quite. The EG's going to go for Rosh here after planning down the observer ward to make sure they have full coverage. And Tides will see the ward there and take it away, but Dignitas doesn't know about this. Rubik will get the top tier 1 for EG, but they don't know that this is happening yet, unfortunately. And it looks like it's going to be a nice free Roshan for EG. Yeah, they're realizing it now, but it's too late. Weaver will pick up the Aegis, be perfectly happy, and he has his Lincoln Sphere and about 1,400 gold. They're just gonna group up, try to take tier 2 mid here. Definitely no problem with that. They have the advantage in team fight, and they have the Aegis on Weaver. So they'll have no problem with that. Jay will try to scout out any shenanigans going up here on the high ground, and not going to happen. Dignitas realizing that we can't actually fight this. So they'll just let this tier 2 go on mid. That's unfortunate, as now they have no rush control after the bot lane tier 1 and 2 towers being taken out. Now the mid tier 1 and 2, they're going to have a real disadvantage on rush here, as they simply don't have anywhere to TP to. Meanwhile, Aoi, farming in the EG jungle, has the Battle Fury and 1,300 gold. He'll be TPing up to the top lane, and he'll come out here to get some more farm. Just keep farming, as he will be able to outcarry the Weaver as long as they have vision. We'll see Demon, Melk, as well as Jo smoked up here and ready to go. Beat is under the cover of Vendetta. The Dream Coil will pop off on Fogged, and he'll be nice and dead, even with the flat cannon. Tides realizing that he needs to TP out. Unfortunately, Demon spotted that out with the vacuum, and they'll be able to pick him up here in just a moment. Nyx getting that one. Fear just scouting out just ahead, just to make sure that nothing's going on here. Although, honestly, not that much, with only 3 up for Dignitas. 14-5 the score going into 22 minutes, and the mid tier 3 push. Fear taking a lot of damage here, actually. But he'll just time-lapse, and no problem. 50-second cooldown on that. Not even at level 3 on that. Doing pretty good damage here, actually. Flame Break will push them a little bit back, and they'll wait for more creeps. They're definitely not going to stay, or not going to leave. They'll just camp right down here, wait for more creeps, and they'll go right back in, no problem. He has the Aegis, and looks like he could be going for an MKB here. We'll see what he goes for. Could possibly be the Crystallis, but not really sure. He could go for either, honestly. What do we have on Gyro here? Getting pretty close to the BKB. That'll be good for him, as he keeps getting picked off, and maybe with the BKB he'll at least be able to do something like just TP out. Bane just sitting on nice wards. Void does have 2,100 gold, so we'll see what he goes for. Lots of options for him. Fortunately, Dignitas just keep getting picked off, just a couple of them, and then EG can take an advantage from that with something like Rosh, taking the Ancient Stack, taking the tier 2 mid. Lots of problems here for Dignitas. Unfortunately, for EG, however, they're not really willing to push up this tier 3 very much. They're just doing a slow push, which is, I mean, it's working out for them, but none of them are really farming here. Then again, Dignitas weren't farming, they'll have the Void coming out here, and they'll immediately notice this somehow. Oh, it's because of this ward that they have right here. They'll see Owie coming out, and they're definitely going to take him here. They have all 5. He'll pop the Dream Coil and the Silence. D2L will pop the Vendetta hit and the Stun, and we'll have the Vacuum and the Carapace, and as well as the Ion Shell, and that'll be it for Owie. They'll do a little push here on the bot lane. Dignitas realizing that, uh-oh, they're pushing our bot lane now, and they're going to try to take tier 3 with this. They have Eidolons. Gyro will pop the ult on this, do a little bit of damage, but the mech charge will keep the creeps and the Eidolons alive. Weaver, meanwhile, gets the tower on mid. Nice split push going from him. Jo, not sure if that was Bane. Bane's actually going to be right over here, and he's done for. Way out of position for him, unfortunately. And, wow. EG with a very good advantage. We'll check 25 minutes in here. 7.5k experience advantage for them, as well as 10,000 gold advantage for them. We'll have telekinesis on the demon, but nothing's going to happen from that. They'll get the missile off. There'll be no problem there. Void's going to chrono in here. Unfortunately, the Flame Break actually pops Milk out here. He'll pop the Black Hole just for a second, and that's enough to get Owie down to death. He'll immediately buy back here. They actually got the Aegis on Weaver. They may be able to get this. Popping down the Sentry Ward. Yeah, the lasso, and he's just going to straight die. Actually pretty good here. Fogged with a triple kill, managing to pick off the Weaver, Puck, as well as Enigma. So, proving that they're definitely not out of this yet. 26 minutes in, EG with an advantage, and Dignitas feeling pushed in, but definitely not out of the game yet. 17-8. What's he going to go for here? Oh, we'll see. Bane unfortunately picked off here. D2L takes the Blink Dagger just as he's gone for that. We'll see what Weaver goes for here. I'm interested to see what he goes for. Looks like Void will be going for a BKB as well. He keeps just getting focused pretty hard. EG have very good teamfight control here through the Puck as well as the Darkseer and the Nyx. Just so much control coming out from EG. It's really hard to tell what Dignitas can do. I mean, they'll buy BKBs, but not everyone's going to be able to get farm on that. Milk will be taking the Ancient stack here. Looks like he'll be going for a Shiva's. Already pretty close to that, actually. Let's check Darkseer. He has the Ultimate Orb. Not sure what he's going to go for here. Lots of options for him. Darkseer, a very adaptable hero. Lots of different things you can go for. They'll go on Tides and Universe. They'll be able to pick off Tides on the Bane very quickly. Popping the Carapace to ensure the stun on Universe, and Demon with a double kill. And they'll say, hey, we got kills. Now we're going to push in again. EG, they're going with this very nice strat of just being able to get a pick off or two, usually at least 2, and then take a tower, take Rosh, take Ancients, and now take Rax. Way Too Sexy will pop out the Fade Bolt, but honestly, there's not much he can do. Owie, however, popping the Chrono, Gyro popping the ult, they'll be able to get Milk for this. Way Too Sexy's going to die here, but definitely a good trade so far. Batrider and Bane will die. For only the Puck in that. Fear will also pick off. Wow, he's gonna get all of them for this. Yeah. Universe buying back will pop the lasso on D2L. They should be able to get him. He is, however, vendetted, and they don't know where he is, unfortunately. That's pretty unfortunate. They have 2 Invis heroes here. Sorry. Fear was thinking about it. But Batrider will blink away. So in the end, that ends up being a 5 for 3 trade with 2 buybacks on Dignitas, so definitely in EG's favor, although they did lose some of their reasonably core heroes. They didn't lose the Weaver, which is very important. See what he's got here. He's got something on the courier, I bet. Yeah, he'll have the Daedalus already. Good job for him, managing to stay alive there. He's 10-1. Very good for him. Let's check net worth here. Weaver sitting very high here. 5k above the next on the Void. Yeah, and look at the net worth for Tides. He's got wards and boots. That's it. That's really all he has here. That's quite unfortunate for him. Void's getting pretty close to having his BKB up and running. Bad Rider also has the Force Staff as well here. Gyro has a Shadow Blade, which will be nice for him, maybe giving him a little more possibility of escape, as well as possible initiation here. EG will start going for Rosh here. This time I think Dignitas realizes this. Puck actually gets the Scythe, and he'll be... This could have been a bait just for that Scythe, as Dignitas won't know about this. Puck's staying back here so that he doesn't reveal off that. Dignitas is just going to back up. They don't know whether they're going for Rosh or not. Sitting at half health here and slowly regenning. EG says, do we want to go for this? Do we want to fight? They're not really sure. A lot of moving back and forth from both sides here. And they'll say, we're just going to go back and fight. Dignitas is just going to wait for us to fight. Actually, as I say that, Bad Rider blinks in, brings Demon onto the high ground. The Scythe goes off on Tides. The Chrono goes on nothing. Gyro will pop the ult here onto Fear. They'll be able to pick off Fog for this too. The last hit coming from Fear. That's 2 kills already, and Fear not going for more. Puck's going to try to go up and milk, but unfortunately they'll get nothing more from that. And with that, EG will take Rosh now, as Dignitas defends their mid lane a bit here. Melee is gone, range still remaining. Obviously the range barracks doesn't really provide as much of a benefit. They'll take the Rosh. Weaver will get the Aegis. Bat Rider was going to... Looks like he was going to Blink Lasso Firefly, but that's not going to happen. Owie stuck up here. He'll be able to get out. Well, not really stuck. The trees are gone. But he was thinking about doing something, but they see him, and nothing's going to happen from that. Actually, Universe will die from this via the Blink Daggers from Bdiz and Jo. Owie's going to die too, and they call the GG 32 minutes in. Just very good aggression and a little bit of being out of position from EG and from Dignitas, and just good pickoffs that every time translated into a little bit of push or a little bit of farm that would normally be contested, and they just capitalized on it every single time and just got too far ahead in farm. I mean, if you look, Weaver sitting 19k, obviously the Dignitas players DC'd, so we can't see the net worth, but they were definitely not even close to the Weaver. At the end of the game, Daedalus and Lincoln's, Midas, Treads, 30 minutes in, pretty good for him. So that'll be it for game number 1 here. Just waiting for the end game screen coming up here in a moment. Very good play from EG. We'll see what happens in the next game. Dignitas definitely has to watch out for the problem of being just quickly picked off and pushed in and out-farmed as well. The Void can carry better than the Weaver, but not if the Weaver can get that many kills and farm that fast. Bane here sitting at 0-10. Very unfortunate for him. Really had like basically no impact on the game. Weaver sitting at 13-1. Very maneuverable with the invis and tons of damage coming from the Geminate attack. Just quick and easy kills translating into pushes, and in the end Dignitas couldn't handle that much aggression. You can switch to the next video. I'll put a link for it in the description section here at the bottom. I'm just going to take a quick break and then cut off the recording here before I go to the next game. And I'll see you guys in the next game. Comment and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.